Welcome back to Late Night Plamo with Talon Omega. Today we are starting off with something new. Was this 2 weeks ago now? Yeah, it seems like yes, because last week I went to Ren Fair. I missed Saturday. Sunday I didn't stream, although I did kind of work on a project that probably could have been streaming. I worked on yet another one of the Lego bouquet sets. I've got about 2 left now. Kind of thinking about it. I have the wildflower and the rose bouquet left as far as the Lego sets, and then I've got quite a few extra kind of flower sets and more of the botanicals connection. There's like 4 or 5 extra sets that have come out recently that I still have yet to pick up of that. But I don't know if I'm going to be streaming any of that. And it was funny because I had Twitch on last week while I was doing that, and whoever I was watching, I don't remember who, when they finished, they did a raid, and they went to someone who was building one of the kits that I have as a kind of future build for those. So that was kind of fun to watch them do it. So the idea today is I decided I'm going to build the little transport system that I had seen a couple of years ago. I'm kind of cheating, jumping ahead in the to build pile. I got way too much stuff to even look at. Either way, the next one that I am going to build is jumping ahead as well, considering I want to continue the grandpa through the ages. So next is the Master Grade Grandpa RX78-2 Katoki version. Still intending to buy the perfect grade. We'll have to see what I can do about that if and when I get around to it. I should have maybe at least a month, maybe, considering how long this will take, and considering I am intending to build that as well. So month, maybe 2 months. So hopefully I can try to find it. Hopefully the tariffs won't drive it completely out of price range. But the idea today is to work on the Kotobukiya cross Marutoys Noseru. I think they called it Mobility Robot Noseru White version. So as you can see, it's kind of a little scooter thing that looks like a face. It looks like an alien face on top of it too. On the side, as you guys can see, it has different versions. So it has an option to kind of have a carrier, or they can ride on it. But yeah, so, and then just the internals, but work mode when it moves by itself. Apparently, I guess that's the lore behind it. So that's the idea. So we are going to be starting that. Let's get recording now. There's not much doing that. Anyway, I'm not going to bother with that one right now. Set you. Alright, so Noseru Gyubasu. As we can see, I was looking at the instruction manuals because what I will probably do is there are 3 parts that get chromed on this thing. So it's got little pistons, the brakes, and the little kind of things along the, it looks like the lights, I think they were. So I will do those as well. I think I will chrome those up, but there isn't really much instructions. 3 bags, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 bags. Alright, I am going to mute this for a second, just so I don't blow out anyone's eardrums or speakers while I'm unbagging. Hard enough crumpling right now anyway. So I will come back to talking in a bit. so we're back. So E and two E's, clear and orange. This is gonna be fun. Oh, I guess it's choice, maybe? Seems like, yeah. To see where do these get used? E, G, put in G. So it's clear orange for both front and back. That's for both. Clear, yeah. So it's clear orange on both. So why is there a clear white one? I'm not sure what that's entirely about. But alright, so E's. Alright, so you can go back over here for now. So let's just look through the instruction manual. So a bit of the lore, it looks like, what it comes about, and shows with the frame arm girls, shows with what is this? Sosai Shojoteyan, Hexagears. Apparently it looks like it'll also work with the Megami devices because it looks about the right size. So we'll have to see. I mean, it works with the frame arm girls, so why not? Alright, extra order sheet, instructions on how to cut it out. Kits A, B, C, D, times 2. Okay, so the clear orange, only going to use, or clear white, only going to use the right half of it, the orange, only the left half of it. That's why. Alright, so that's what that's about. Good to know. Instructions start here. 3, 4, 5. So yeah, looked like it was that part that's gonna get chromed. So D4, I'm gonna have to decide to chrome that towards the end. C4s as well, I think is what I looked at earlier. And then yeah, it looks like the insides of these A7 and A11. Looks like those get chromed up a bit. So I will probably be doing that on all that later. And the last page, pretty much just the transformation. Yeah, and then kind of color schemes. There are no decals, there are no panel lining, it looks like. Although, looks like it could panel line the inside, but it doesn't get seen unless you do the whole side transformation. Alright, so I'm going to stick this to the side right now. We'll get the workspace up. Alright, we'll be out the way, we'll be out the way. Let's go here. There it goes. Alright. Instruction booklet. Can go down there. So you guys can see we're starting in on the side, or on the head part, it looks like, whatever they call the head part. So B9, C2, B7. Boy. Yeah, alright. B9. B7. So C2. Here. Okay. I don't know if I really need to be doing all this extra work on this part. Because I'll leave that there. Alright. This part's gonna be the fun one. Okay. Well, pausing time anyway. That goes. Alright. Drink time. Alright. So actually I can probably use this time to start breaking out the parts that I will be using. 400, 800. And then 12 and 15. Grit. These high grits are really covered in stuff, but alright. A little sip. Okay. Let's get back to it. going 400 now. Oh, 800. 1,000. 1,200. 1,500 is about the highest I go as far as kind of these kind of bits. Although, again, I don't know. Well, I mean, this side of it could look like it can be seen. So now we're going to do that again with the other side. Okay. Kind of do too much. Alright, that's 180. 400 now. The other direction. So I started watching recently a version of the Romance of the Three Kingdoms. Finally getting around to watching any versions of it. Watching, I feel like, what is it, the 90s interpretation anime of it, which was, I heard, one of the better anime incarnations. So I started watching that one. And I also found a recent version of it online of the 2004, 1994, 2004 Chinese live action that was also really good, that I am intending to start watching soon. It feels like one of those bits of, weeb historic lore that I should have watched before now, and so now I'm kind of getting around to filling that hole in my knowledge. So I'm kind of starting to do that. I'm about 2 episodes in so far. I started watching it today, or at least the anime version. The live action one might have to wait. we've got the 1500. I think I will leave those out as well for any other pieces, because I imagine there will be quite a few others. It feels like it's not really doing much at all, but I was watching a stream a couple of months back, where they were talking about the glass files and kind of saying there isn't much difference. Considering I have a DSPI and I have the Razer one here, I did like the Razer myself more, and then the DSPI, I don't know. Personally, I like the Razer a bit more myself. I feel it actually does do a lot more of the work, kind of smoother effect. Not you. It's okay. Got some time here. And then recently I saw a video of someone who kind of made a joke kind of press conference talking about Gunpla building and how, you know, they thought it was going to be fun, and just kind of breaking down throughout the course of the interview, because all the stuff that he wound up buying in order to be able to do a good job, and just kind of feeling very attacked, because I pretty much did all of that as well. You know, talking about, you know, at first I was, you know, just kind of cutting things off with my regular, and, you know, having the stress marks to deal with, and then so it don't really matter. Oh, okay. So the thinner one on the front. Thinner one on the back. Okay. Thinner one on the front, with the eyes on the front. Okay. Okay. And then B2, C4, C7. Okay. E2. Two. C 14. C7. Okay. just in time without blowing out anyone else's headphones, speakers, earbuds, what have you. This will be fun. So anyway, yes, that video was talking about kind of, all the stuff he did to not have to deal with stress marks on his models. And so going from kind of regular nippers to single bladed nippers to glass files, and still having to do that. So then, going to markers and paints, and just kind of knowing that hurt. Right. Pausing there. Hydration break again. This is just me. I wonder why the stats in OBS says there's one viewer. And it's just me. So now I'm kind of tempted to see what it says on my Twitch. What? Oh, I'll say 2 when I go in there now, but it says one's on. One person's on there. Wonder what that was about. Probably the bot being used to there. Wait, why are you having so much trouble to grab you? Sip. Says these are ungated. Oh yeah, well, one side is. These side ones aren't. Anyway. It doesn't really matter, really. Look here, kind of the same, regardless. All right, let's get back to it. Get this view instead. Good thing I set that up right now. stress marked, but it does still have the kind of discoloration of just different drying rates. Yeah, I might do the kind of silver pen lining, the chrome pen lining in there again too. I'll have to decide. I'll have to see how I choose to do that one. Because same with the eyes, I can choose to do something with that. Have to decide what color I want to do though. Alright, there's that. Now E2. So yeah, that's clear E2. And just a whole bunch of A's. A4 and 6. Just getting ahead. 5 and 3. 5 and 3. Across. Okay. Yeah, undergated the claim as well. And they are. And these two. this. Oh wow. Okay, that's kind of amazing how clear it actually seems like it did make it completely disappear. That's surprising. I don't think it matters which side's front, which side's back on that. Man, this probably would be pretty awesome to just get rid of all that separation. I don't think I care enough about this one. It would probably be pretty cool. Alright, so we go here. No, you don't. You don't go first. And you go through this guy. So. All this undergated. No, just the top one looks like. Yeah. Okay. Just wanted to make sure that was stopped. Because that's the version that's going to go on YouTube for posterity. So we'll do it that way. That's why. Well, and it's only the first half page, so we'll see. About an hour. Well, I mean, first 15 minutes we're talking about doing this. So yeah, we'll just do that. All right. Back to recording. That's pretty much done. That's the little head done. Now the inner frame. See how much of it I will get done today. Maybe the inner half. We'll see. All right, so B19, B20, B21. See 5, 6, and 17. Then C10, 11. Two D1s. 5. Okay. 20, 19, 20, and 21. Doesn't matter which side is up. Okay. Then 5, 6, and 13. 17. Alright, and another chatbot deleted. Don't need you, actually. If I grow, I grow. If not, The idea with this was to just encourage me to get through my back pile, even though I have been adding to it. Well, have added to it, but I haven't added recently, which is positive. Not positive there, I think. Just the usual discoloration because of kind of cooling at different speeds. Like, I saw someone had built one of these at the build gathering last year, and they gave it a really kind of sad, tragic story, which kind of had me joking. Is like, how are they gonna make me care so much about an inanimate object? Just to kind of smooth that out, even it out. That's the only thing I don't like about this is that it pretty much shows very clearly how unbalanced something is, and I never feel like I'm actually sanding or filing kind of very evenly or anything. So I always feel like I'm making one side smaller or something than the other. Like if I just 180 it, get it all even, because that way it's easier to see when it's all even, because all of it is scratched up. And I mean, at least it's something like this part. It's going to be hidden anyway, so why am I bothering so much about this? So I can get away with saying, yeah, you know what, I'll just go up to 800. I'll leave it there for this part. Don't need much more than that. Yeah. Okay. Let's see, 17. Again. one I'm not really gonna care all that much. Because if I do, I'm just wasting time on it. Looks like there's a ledge, so shouldn't be too much of an issue for me to kind of go over this part here on both sides. Other side of this one, just have it started. First, and that one, and this one. All right. So okay. Yeah, okay. Alright. Hydration break again. Okay. So now I've got two D1s. That's right. B5. B1 and E3. Okay. No. C10 and 11, and then those. Okay. I was skipping a whole step. Alright. Back to it. So C10 and 11. ultimately it's going to be like that. But now, it's still kind of out like that. Pivot, rotates that way, rotates around there. So, 2D1s. That one. Those are the good ones. D1. D1. E5, B1, E5, okay, B1, and then E3. One, E3. 3 E3s. Okay. You. This one, do wanna get it nice and done right. This one, Doesn't really matter. I don't know why I'm even bothering with the filing, but okay. It does kind of get seen. Ah, that's right. I have to read that instruction because it says it does get clipped off as well. Okay. So this goes that way. This goes second. Alright, now I'm having trouble holding it. Alright. Yes, yes, yes. I'm just trying to make sure. Alright. So I will have to remember that I want to leave some time to do the brake pads and those pistons at the end of the day. So how do I want to start in on this next section or not? We'll see, because I'm just about done with this part. So I will see. I think I will do that next part. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pieces. Yeah, there should be maybe 2 more So yeah, I think I'll do that next section, and then I will pause and paint and prepare for tomorrow. Leave that prepared for tomorrow. So yeah, that'll be the plan for now. All right. So back to it then. Wait. One, and then two. Yeah. All right, so that's that. So now this next section, B23, B18. Eight. B16, B17. B18, 16. B4, B24. B4. B24. Alright. It's gonna be a pain to get rid of. Alright. It's gonna be extra. Alright. And then I still need C16. C16. Like this. Forgetting to clean the glass file. Tend to do it during the hydration breaks. hidden, so I'm not gonna care too much. Not doing too good a job on them. I'm feeling myself trying to rush through this, so calm breath, remind myself that I'm only kind of racing myself here, no one else. I don't have to have this finished by a certain time. I do know I'm trying to catch myself and beating the timer on the recording though, so I don't get interrupted, I think is what the issue is. I don't want to get into the flow and then have to stop or rush something else, because my camera's going to choose to stop recording soon. So that's what that is about. Right. That way. This way. This is the plan here to turn that way. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. That's how that's supposed to work. one in. Okay. I need you. Did I not start that? Yeah. Hold this and pause. Just to be on the safe side. Do this every once in a while. That already stopped. Yep. Yeah, that had already been stopped. Alright. Do that every once in a while. So yeah, I will finish that next bit, and then yeah, and then I will pause, do the painting. So yeah, I'll grab the marker after that. So that is a bit of the plan there. Another little sip. Start you. Stop you. Hit that. That. Good. So during the week, the Spore, my eldest, had spring break, so we decided to do a little road trip down to San Diego. We hit up what did we do? Well, I know exactly what we did, but I'm drawing blanks on it right now. So we hit up SeaWorld. We kind of saw that. We did a bit of whale watching where we didn't get to actually see any whales, but that's okay because the company we went with, they kind of pretty much did the, since we didn't get you what you guys came here for, we're giving you extra passes for you to come back whenever and use them again to try to catch whales then. So that's cool of them. So we'll have to see if and when we make another family trip out there, well, down there, so that we can try to catch whales that time. Smoothing out, come on. Just want to bottom out. And I'm just obsessing here. No, words have meanings, but I am really focusing on this part here. And ultimately it's not really going to matter. So I'm going to stop there with that one and start working in with the other kind of grits. I'll try to smooth that out. And then 800, yeah, 8400, 800. Well, no, this is 1,000. 1,000. 1,200. And then 1,500. Great. It matters all that much because, again, who's going to be seeing these parts, but the whole have to get it right. So it's more about catching myself at these points with the whole, I need to do this the right way, I need to get this done right, perfectionism. Yeah, that's what that is. Catching myself doing that and challenging it, saying I don't need to. It's okay if it's not. this part. Oh, missed one. No, we don't have that. That's why. Well, thank you for joining, Kishi. Sorry I didn't see you. But oh well. Sorry I missed you, I guess. What? I don't know what's going on there. Because that should be up. No. Filters. Where's my filters? There it goes. How about now? Well, I moved it away. Yes, I do. But yeah, the cockpit was something I found years ago. Apparently, it's a COVID-19 kind of cockpit because yeah, you can see that they are kind of the coronavirus kind of flying around in the background. It was just kind of one that I found. All right, I'm trying to figure out how this part goes in because here, there. Oh. there. Okay. Well, I got that part in. All right. But yeah, so I was saying earlier I will probably do this last bit of recording right now. I was hoping to finish this before, but do this last bit because I'm going to be painting for. Here's my chrome. Yeah, the only chrome. Yeah, that's the chrome I got. All right, I'll use the chrome. I need to shake that one away. I might as well do that right now. Alright, so yeah, I was saying that I will be painting some parts that apparently, let's just go here. So it says these pistons here are in chrome, as are kind of little sections here. I'll have to see which ones those are, and the brakes. So I will chrome those up right now after I finish this part, and then we'll kind of go from there. So looking at it, it looks like it would be A7 and A11. Which is this one? 7 and 11. Ah, these parts, okay. So these little bits, it looks like I'll have to chrome up. Not much. And then go with this C4. So these two, I'll chrome them up. No, well, I'll have to do some sanding and then just kind of touch up the end, or I will have to decide how I'm going to do that. Yeah, so that one, and then the sun issue was on your side, okay. And then yeah, this bit right here, so pretty much just chrome these up, and then that'll be that. So that'll be the end of this one. So yeah, let's just have a little sip. What do I want to do as far as that? I think I will cut those off and paint them, but yeah, we'll do that. Alright, we'll start you. Alright, now that I figured out what the issue was as far as this, how that goes. Now it's more the getting it in. Alright, and so it was, yeah, this side out. Alright, and now this one. Alright. So this goes up here. And then so these will be, how will you guys fit in? You guys are gonna go like this probably, and then this will go up here. Looks like at some point, yeah. So looks like it'll be like this. So this will be the quote unquote mighty steed. Actually, no, is it this way? Well, we'll see. Yeah, that's this one. That's this one. Okay, yeah, all the way up. That's why. Oh no, upside down. Anyway, okay, so we'll see. All right, so that's it for that. All right. So let's start painting these because these are gonna be easier. What am I gonna do? Got those pads. All right. problem with my lighting. It's hard for me to see what I have done or not. A lot of it probably won't be seen anyway, just because of where it lies. Oh. Okay. Looks like that's that one. Alright, now this other one. I know what I've already painted or not. Kind of hard. Alright. Alright. There's that one as well. So we'll see how that turns out tomorrow. Hopefully those stay upright. And I don't touch it with anything else. So, C's. What do I want to do with these? Come on. Come you rolling up really well enough. Come on. It's not sticky enough anymore, but come on. Should be easier because of that. Alright. Alright. So let's right, yeah. So I will do trim them off already. I will work on that way. Up here, kinda. Alright, we'll have to do. Alright. So what we will do is we will use these. First, do this. Get that out the way. Alright. Really? Alright, well, alright, so I'm going like 5 minutes over just to get this done. Alright, so what I will do, yes, so as I was saying, I will kind of do this paint and then I'm going to start putting stuff away. I'm doing this because although, actually no, I don't need to put this away because I'll probably be using them again tomorrow. Come on. 12,000. Alright. what else do you have left? I mean, what's next? I mean, you finished the kind of middler stuff. Did you ever finish the Terracotta Warriors that you were doing? Let's do that now. Right. So Kishi, thank you for the follow. Hopefully I don't flood it too much. But I do want to. Alright. So, now. This out. There's that one. Where'd you go? Wait. So I'm really gonna need that. Where'd that go? That's not good. What you do with that in a bit? is. Okay. Looks like that is it for that. Now I'm gonna have to go looking for that cap. Okay. Let's hold you down. Boy. Alright, so then where could you have gone? Well, I think what I will do is I will pause now. Well, stop here, and then I will go look for that cap. And I should be back tomorrow and see how much further I get along on this. I mean, I feel like I've made quite a bit of progress already, and it doesn't look like it's that convoluted a kit. So I should be kind of able to do some more progress tomorrow. Maybe I'll use these chromed parts already, and we will see how that goes. All right. Well, Jeff, thanks for having jumped on. Kishi, thanks for having joined and followed. It looks like you've gone, but oh well, it was nice having you. And I will be back tomorrow. Can you stop that? Yeah, now I did. All right. So, yeah, maybe. Did you ever get the airbrush booth? Well, we'll discuss that tomorrow if you come on. But thanks for having been on, Jeff. Even though it was like the last half of it, but I will see you tomorrow.